What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 37 of the Point in Progress podcast. I am one of your hosts, Harv, and this is your one-stop shop for news, recommendations, and spicy takes. Join 5 friends across 3 time zones, 2 countries, as we discuss everything that we love while still thinking critically of them. Again, I'm your host. That was a little out of order, but I'm your of them.
It's been a while. It's been a while, but you did a good job.
You know, it's been a while.
You didn't hear my phone in the background there, did you?
Nah.
Okay, good. Someone logged into our Gmail, like in the middle of that.
4 friends and 2 time zones.
Yes,
but, you know,
we have 4 friends. One,
2 countries.
we have one friend that is out on sabbatical right now. She will be back next week.
They should not be named.
Yeah.
They shall not be.
Praying for them.
FEMA got to her, guys.
I was about to say that. FEMA got to her.
People are not gonna know what that is.
They got.
I'm praying. I'm praying to Zoltan.
She got to the tent. The tent came for her. The tent came for her.
You got to be in our chat if you understand that joke. You will only understand that joke if you're in our chat, like Nerd a Day and Nerd Dog. Thanks so much.
Wait, which one? The FEMA or Zoltan?
FEMA and Zoltan for nerds who just watch Dude, Where's My Car?
True.
Just a couple of housekeeping, guys. It's been a while. We've been on break for quite a while, so we're back now. It took about 2 weeks break, maybe 3 weeks break, but
about 2 weeks.
We put some content out. We put all of our Game of the Year stuff on youtube.com/pointinprogress. It is there for all of us individually. And then this weekend or tomorrow, if you're listening to this on twitch.tv/beer in the hair on my channel, we're having an ice cream social. Which means one thing, okay? Bring your face and bring some ice cream.
That's 2 things.
Yeah.
Bring 2 things. Well, 3 things. Bring your face, ice cream, and a spoon. I hope you have a spoon.
So if I bring a helmet, if I wear a helmet and try to eat the ice cream through it, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'll figure out a way. Does that mean I can't join?
I mean, you can join that. Yeah, you'll just be a person that's eating out of a helmet, which is very scary.
What if
not out of a helmet? I'll be wearing the helmet.
What if I eat a slice of pizza out of a hat? Does that count? Does it count as pizza? I couldn't find.
Is the pizza on ice cream?
No, it's a warm. Sure. Okay. There we go. Cool. Answered.
What kind of ice cream did you get for this ice cream social?
Oh, I'm just gonna order some ice cream that day. I was gonna get a Blizzard, dude.
Was gonna get a Blizzard? I I didn't ask my parents for any ice cream or anything like that. I randomly opened up our freezer and there's like 2 tubs of cookies and cream there. Nice. I'm just like, hell yeah, dude.
Nice.
English works well.
That's tomorrow on twitch.tv/beer in the hair. We gotta do some extra life giveaways that Fee and I had done that we did earlier in the month of December. So we're going to do all that kind of stuff. And also, we are sponsored by FEMA, guys. Congratulations. We got our first sponsor.
Let's go. We should probably say we are not really
unofficially sponsored.
Yeah.
Unofficially.
Yeah. We're self-proclaimed sponsorship.
Yeah.
Get your COVID shot at Point in Progress today. We'll set up a tent in your house. We'll jab you.
Yeah, in your house.
In your house.
But yeah, for that's it for housekeeping. What have we been playing? Mario, I'm gonna start with you. I know. Well, Mario and Frank, I want you guys to both talk about Peacemaker because you guys both have Peacemaker.
Yes.
Here. I have yet to watch this.
I literally last night after Final Fantasy, after you guys got off, I was like, well, there's not really much for me to do anyway, so I don't really care. So I logged off and I was like, I want to watch something. I want to watch. I'm gonna eat an edible and watch a movie. And I was looking at stuff and for some reason during Rainbow Six Siege, somebody had mentioned Peacemaker, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. And Mario, that intro.
Yeah, that intro is hot, right?
That intro is so fucking good. It has no right to be.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
What is Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Yes,
do you want to explain this?
Yeah, I can explain it. So actually, I have a visual aid. Give me 1 second.
Oh God.
And his name is. Oh wait, hold on.
Imagine if he just.
Where's he going? Oh, he might have a figure. Does he? Oh no, maybe not. Oh no, he has the vinyl.
All right.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, Peacemaker, who is played by John Cena, aka Invisible Man in a Helmet, is a character in the Suicide Squad movie that came out last year from James Gunn. He, of course, if you've seen the movie, sort of a hard-ass, all-American, sort of alt-right kind of character. But the show, hopefully, is going to show you the other side of him, and that's essentially what it is. It takes place after the movie, about 5 months, where he's recovering. I don't want to spoil the movie, but ultimately, you learn about him and his next mission, and it's fucking hilarious because it's raunchy, dirty, and just absolutely crazy. If you want to go ahead and take it from there.
Produced, directed, and written, I think, right? It's like a full Kojima thing.
Yeah, he's
Like,
also directed all the episodes.
Yeah, and it's just as ridiculous as that sounds, especially if you've seen the Suicide Squad movie. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
He steals
it
the
knows
show
when
in
to
that movie.
actually make a joke instead of just like being like a joke a minute. The jokes are actually funny. The music's good. The action's good. John, I don't know what it is about John Cena. John Cena, like, I feel like John Cena is what people think. Like, people think The Rock is, right? Like, people love The Rock, and I personally, I'm just like, eh. But like, every time I see John Cena do anything funny, I'm like, dude, I'm invested. This shit's hilarious.
Because
Nice dude.
yo, he's a pretty. From what I understand, he's a pretty awesome dude.
He's a pretty dude.
He's a very pretty dude. He's naked throughout half the show, which is hilarious. The whole second episode is like him, like in his underwear for the most part. But ultimately, yeah, the show essentially just follows this like very like off-putting superhero. Imagine Punisher, but worse. Like in terms of like the degrees of like where people are adopting his symbol. Think of like those type of people. They're Punisher's father. People that raised this kid. And he's sort of like not like he's sort of like this he's all about all America stuff. Like he's all doing justice and fighting criminals. But his father takes it the opposite direction. But ultimately
Joins the criminal enterprise.
no, so basically
He's a super villain who thinks he's a superhero.
yes. And so
Because of what he's doing. He's the hero of his own story, basically.
And so he went to jail, and then he ends up in the Suicide Squad movie, and then this is them continuing right after that. So he's still part of that team with Suicide Squad.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell y'all about that TV show that John Cena filmed in my hometown?
This is it, probably.
No.
No, he filmed something else?
It was filmed the same year that the first Star Wars movie of the latest
Sequels?
trilogy came out.
A TV show.
Yeah, it's like American Grit, I think.
Oh, that was a movie.
it
Was that a movie?
I don't know. It's
I'm looking it up right
it's
now.
something all American, like military whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
Need me a little bit of that military.
And
Oh, yeah.
I stood in line for Star Wars The Force Awakens with the entire crew from his film crew. Very nice people. Yeah, John Cena, solid dude.
Yeah, it looks like
That's
it
cool.
was a reality television series starring John Cena at the time. So, yeah, I can see how that's...
Filmed in the middle of nowhere, Washington.
But yeah, no, Peacemaker is totally fun. It's honestly like out of the DC universe, it's probably the most fun we've had so far, other than Suicide Squad, obviously.
Yeah, it's honestly...
The Suicide Squad, not the first one. The first one's shit. Don't watch that movie.
First one's shit. Honestly, it just doesn't take itself seriously. It knows when to make fun of itself as well as the thing that it's doing. And it goes there. It goes places you will not expect. And they spend entire time, like for instance, the second episode is him reacting to the end of the last episode. It takes place the entire thing, and it's ridiculous. But yeah, heavily...
Just to give you an idea of the tone of this show, all right? Compared to like Batman versus Superman, all the other things that have come out in this universe, right? There's a small spoiler. There's a part where they talk about how Aquaman fucks fish. We have like a 10-minute conversation. Aquaman pays people at an aquarium so he can fuck fish on the side.
And I love
this is kind of like the dick joke from Silicon Valley in the first season,
Similar.
or the second season. Kind of like that. When they have this 10-minute conversation about this thing.
No, 100%. I mean, the ending joke of that scene is literally like this janitor that's like, no, he doesn't. And then he's like, what, Pepe the Frog 420 on Twitter lied to me? And I'm like, that's so fucking funny. So fucking funny.
Like, they play it to the obvious, like he's an alt-righter who just thinks he's doing the right thing. Yes. Like there's one point where like he brings up an obvious conspiracy theory and someone's just like, that didn't happen, and he's just like, what, Facebook would lie to me?
Yeah.
Facebook wouldn't lie to me, come on.
It's like, oh, you're the racist superhero. It's like, no, I'm not. It's like, I kill a lot of white people too.
Brown people.
I kill an equal amount of white people too. It's so funny. They're so on the nose about it. So good. And there's an eagle in it as well. That is probably my favorite character in the show.
I love, so usually when characters in TV shows or movies say that they have like an animal sidekick, the joke is usually that they aren't as like cool as they say they are. But Eagly is everything John Cena says he is, except when people are around him.
What is this on?
This is on HBO Max.
Okay, so I'm trying to think of where this would be in Canada.
You probably Crave, if I had to guess.
I'm not.
If anything, one night we'll all sit down and we'll just sit down and watch the episodes are so good that they go by quick. You don't even notice 40 minutes have passed.
Are they 30 minutes? Or
no,
40, 42 minutes is some change.
Okay, 42 minutes.
No.
And they have after credits as well. They're like small little credits.
They have after credits. I didn't even check that. I should go back and watch this.
Nice, heck yeah. I'm gonna stick with what people have been watching. So I'm gonna jump over to Sly. And or what you've been reading, I guess, would be more of what you've been doing for what you've been doing so far.
What have I been watching? Not much. Actually, that's a lie. The past 2 weeks were the first 2 episodes of 911 Lone Star, because I can't go an entire conversation without mentioning 911. So there's my Lone Star started back up, and it's something. It's something. But yeah, I picked up this book last time I was in Seattle, which was for the Eternals preview screening, I think. It's a book. It's mean my camera's blurred out. It's called Mean Little Deaf Queer. It's a memoir. I just saw the title and bought it, but it's pretty good. It's about a queer deaf person, so obviously that's very much of interest to me. But yeah, that's what I've been reading lately.
Heck,
yes,
heck yes. And then jumping over to Frank, you have Lucifer and Money Heist is weird. What is
yes.
It?
So in my conquest to find something to finally satiate the boredom that I always get at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, I started finally watching Lucifer. The rest of it actually. So I got up to like season 5, whatever the final season was on Netflix. Netflix did a weird thing where they bought Lucifer. They did a season, and then the last season is a 2-parter. So I did the sensible thing and I waited for the whole season just to be ready. That way I could just watch it all in one go and not have to wait for two parts or any of that shit. And honestly, it's some of my favorite television. Like, honestly, it's one of those shows where it has absolutely nothing to do with the like comic source material, other than every character being obviously in name. It's technically. Oh, hey, look,
Sorry,
Kitty.
I'm not muted.
Lucifer's weird because it's technically part of the CW universe, but it's on Netflix. And it's also a show that's about a comic book character, but also not really because it has nothing to do with the comic books. But it's a buddy cop.
Shout out to the CW, which we recently learned has not been profitable since it was founded.
Oh no!
I mean, when you have shows like Supergirl and like these IPs and stuff, there's no way you're gonna make more money than you're spending. Right?
Some of those shows are fucking god awfully boring. I'm sorry.
It's not even that. Getting the IP of like Supergirl and stuff like that must be pretty expensive. Arrow and all that kind of stuff because you have to pay royalties to like DC.
But they are owned by DC. That's why.
Yeah, Warner Brothers owns CW.
Oh,
So it's technically like putting making your own YouTube and putting it like your own podcast on it or something.
Well, they also do film in Vancouver, so that might be a part of it. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, Vancouver's making money.
Yeah.
CW ain't. But most of those companies actually surprisingly don't make money. Like Twitter doesn't make money, believe it or not. No, Twitter hasn't made money in years. Netflix has been in perpetual debt for like the last 5. Like they keep making shows to hopefully get them over the board, but like they're spending money to try to make money, but they're spending too much money.
But then they also get like funding too, right? So
I don't know about. All I know is that they're in debt every year.
They're always in debt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big companies just like me.
But speaking on CW, I think we had this conversation earlier actually about like how like dude, nobody wants to watch 26 episodes in the fucking CW.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean?
That's true.
I think Daredevil has ruined like actual like superhero TV, because once Daredevil came out, like you couldn't really go back to the CW. You could not. Like it was just like, why watch 26 episodes? We're gonna watch 8 really good episodes and get it over with even quicker.
I wish it was 8. It was 13. It was like 12 or 13.
Daredevil?
Back in the day. Yeah, back in the
Yeah,
day.
was it?
12 or
Yeah.
13 episodes.
But even then, still better than 26 to 30 on the CW.
No, I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. Like it actually cuts the time. There is that like middle like peak in those shows that always like, all right, now we got to get to the thing that I wanted to get. But either so, you're right. I'm glad that it was true though that happened.
In a matter of 24 episodes, there's like maybe 40% of it's like filler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if it feels very like villain of the week, you wind up wasting good villains because you just had to fill a role for a day. But Lucifer is
there's definitely a place for the like 24 episodes monster of the week type show.
Oh yeah, sitcoms
They're not
like
great,
yeah.
but like
You look
something
at, like-
in them just fills the soul.
You look
know
at like
what I mean?
CSI, you look at CSI, Bones, like those kind of shows that came out for sure. That's where you
911
want,
Longhorn.
like,
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Foghorn.
like,
Did you say
exactly.
Foghorn Leghorn?
No, 911 like.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what the hell?
911
Who's making 26 episodes of that?
No, 911 and Lone Star are about like 12 to
Oh, really?
like 14 episodes a season. Yeah.
But like Grey's Anatomy, they're still doing that if I'm not mistaken.
Grey's Anatomy,
you know, they're
for
still
sure.
like
Yeah.
seasons
Like,
within
yeah.
seasons.
I mean, you gotta have to do those for those shows because like those are monster of the week or case of the week kind of type things, right?
Oh yeah. For those type of shows, yeah.
Procedurals, for sure.
And then you have like that little like 2 minutes of like character growth
Yeah.
that you got.
This is
At the very end.
This is my personal preference, and I'm going to get flamed for it. I think that Marvel recently has done the trick of 6 episodes, the sort of British way of just like telling your story in 6 episodes as opposed to
Yes.
long periods of times.
Yes.
Some people don't
love
like
it.
the stories, but I personally think that like this is the perfect length, in my opinion.
They
When you
just
think about
don't
what-
develop anything. That's my problem.
Well, that's the
current
problem
Marvel
on the
shows,
writers, man.
is nothing's being developed. Like you give us 6 episodes, and you feel like nothing's changed about these characters.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with both of you on this because it's mainly just like you have what 4, 8, 12, 6, like you have a good like 3 movie length, right? Of just time you can really develop these characters, and a lot of the times, like Sly said, they really don't, and it's not a problem on the format. I feel because you have more time than you do on a movie. You have more than enough time to do that. It's the writers trying to fit too much into it. Like again, I hate to bring it up, but Daredevil
Spend all
just
that time setting up the next movie, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
they're throwing all of these things in here, not because it serves this story, but because it serves the next story they want to tell.
sorry, I'm getting emoted at in Final Fantasy. No,
Yeah,
but I
it
agree.
was the one of the things that I really liked about True Detective season 1 is that there was nothing building toward. They had nothing to build towards the end of the season because we knew it was 6 episodes. We were in, we were out. That's it. And we got so much character growth. We knew these characters from the start right to the finish, and we know like their character arc that they went through. But when you go to like like Hawkeye, for example, right? We know who Hawkeye is. Hawkeye had no character growth. He had no character growth from the beginning to the end of that show, in my opinion. Because we kind of know who he is.
Yeah, they try to do the small little like, and you know what? Small little spoilers for Hawkeye. You probably should have already seen it by now, though. I'll be real with you.
You seen Loki yet?
Good. I've already seen a little bit of Loki. I still don't. I like. It's just not my thing.
You don't know that. You gotta keep going.
I don't care. I don't care about time travel.
It's not time travel.
I don't care about time stuff.
It's not about time stuff.
It's so done.
It's not about time stuff.
So outdone. But anyway, the point being, I don't even remember the point I was making. God damn it, Mario.
We're talking about
Lucifer.
Hawkeye. But
yeah,
we got Lucifer, and then what is Money Heist is weird.
Money Heist is weird because I tried to watch it. I was like, man, this looks cool. It has a really cool intro. It has a really cool little kind of like premise where it's just like it's about a bunch of people who are robbing this the Spanish Reserve, I believe. And I didn't know that it was dubbed. It's like it's originally a Spanish I guess series, and Netflix just said, hey, we're just gonna dub over all the voices, but absolutely terribly. And it's just weird. It's like you go into it, and at first it looks fine. Like the first 10 minutes of it are like, okay, I guess this is it. Like you don't really know, right? And then you get to this part where they're all talking in a car, and some dude is just like mouthing, and it is just not matching what he's saying. And I'm just like, what is going on here? And I'm like, oh, okay, it's dubbed over. Like Netflix is just dubbing over international stuff now, I guess, which sucks because as much as I want to watch it, I'm going to have to watch it in the Spanish thing because the dub is sometimes they got really good people doing the dub who sound, you know, how that person would probably sound if they spoke English. But they had other times it's just terrible. Like absolutely like we just found this person. Let's just get them to say a line really quick. Kind of terrible. You know what I mean? Like, and it sucks. I haven't seen Netflix ever do that. So I don't know.
Apparently, yeah, Fee's been saying it's been doing that forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen them do that with other stuff, but
I think
at least
the opening
advertise it to me at least.
The opening of like Squid Games has it where it's dubbed over, but there are settings you could switch it, and I heavily recommend doing that. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know when I switched it back to the Spanish dub, I was like, this is a lot better. But like then I have to read it, so I can't have it out in the background. So I had to stop watching it.
How's
the show? Good.
How's the show?
It has 3 seasons.
I was gonna say, yeah. How was the show from when watching it, or was it just too weird? You had to do something.
It's very, at least the first 3. I think I only got through the first 3 episodes where I said, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to watch it. It's cool. I mean, it's set up like a heist. It throws the story in like 20 different places to like kind of grow, like to kind of introduce you to the characters, their relationships with each other, as well as like, you know, how they got their start in like doing crime. Their motivation being, I just want to do the biggest heist ever. One guy's motivation, the professor, his name is, he creates this group. He has no name. He has no past. He doesn't really give a reason why he wants to rob the Spanish Reserve other than like what everybody else wants to do when they rob a bank, which is I never have to work again. You know what I mean? Type deal. That's all you know about him. And I think the premise for the show is pretty cool. It's got hacker vibes to it as well. Hackers,
the planet.
Yeah, it's got hackers vibes to it, but like heist. And I think the cast of characters are kind of fun. They have their own quirks. So some of them are Russian, some of them are Spanish, some of them are obviously playing into tropes, but they're all really kind of cool. At least in the first 3 episodes. It's got 3 seasons to it, so I imagine people are liking it. I imagine it has some decent payoff if it has.
That reminds me, I've been watching Buffy recently, and I actually dubbed it in German, and I had no idea I did. And I was like, "What is this? What is happening? Why are they talking like this? Why are they so aggressive?"
I don't remember this episode where Xander accidentally got everyone speaking German. That's weird.
Yeah,
right?
What?
That's funny. You heard weird dub and went to Buffy, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I watched Encanto. That's the thing I did."
There we go. That's the Pixar movie, right?
Yeah.
That just came out.
Okay, I'm gonna complain about it, but before I do, let me say the story, excellent. My viewing experience, awful.
Okay. Okay.
So I sat down to watch Encanto, and I wanted to watch it because everybody's talking about how great it was. And so then I was like, okay, I'll watch it in Spanish. But I hear that there's some weird things with the dub versus like the subtitles not lining up. So I tried to watch it. I tried so hard. But the Spanish audio, the Spanish dub was based on a different script than the Spanish subtitles.
Oh
So the words
no.
didn't match up to what they were saying. And I can't hear well enough to know what they're actually saying. I just hear enough to know that's not what the words on the screen are saying. And it was driving me insane.
Oh
And so I gave
no.
up. I was like, okay, I'll just watch the English audio and with English captions. That's fine. And then every time they're speaking Spanish in the English audio, it just says speaking Spanish. And I'm like,
That's- okay.
but what are
You
they
would
speaking?
You would
Tell
think
me
that
what
they
they're
would have.
saying.
You would think they would have this thought because it is a Spanish movie,
It
right?
gets worse. It gets worse. Yeah, it's about a Colombian family. Um, and they're displaced from their home because Colombia, and then like developing life, blah
Imperialism.
blah blah blah. Very, very, very beautiful story. So the movie starts when they're speaking in Spanish, just says speaking Spanish, doesn't tell me what they're actually saying. And then we get to the songs. And there are 2 songs in this movie that are fully in Spanish. And instead of putting what they're saying on the screen, the captions translated it into English. And I was like, that's not what they're saying because they're singing in Spanish and they just have the English translations on the captions. And I was like, okay, I'll go to the Spanish subtitles to see if they're like subtitling what the song says. Nope, no captions for that part of the file. Just nothing. There's just music playing for an entire song and it won't tell me what they're saying. It just has it was so frustrating and so annoying. And this is such a problem in the captioning subtitling world. And it drives me crazy. So I had to rant about it. But this
Oh, that's
is
fair.
such a common problem when you are captioning something. Captions and subtitles are different. Subtitles are for when the language is different than the audio being spoken. Captions are whatever sound is occurring in the project. But captions, oftentimes the captioning company won't let you caption other languages, even if you speak it, for the captioners. They have a bunch of rules that they have to follow, but not all of them do. Like the F I don't remember what the agency is, but the
FEMA?
broadcast agency,
FEMA.
FEMA,
FEMA.
has a set of rules that they have to follow. Not all of them follow all the rules. It's just so frustrating as a person who depends on captioning to consume content that like there's so many hurdles, especially around foreign languages being featured in shows and movies because as a person who, understands more languages than just English, if I was hearing and the person on screen was speaking in Spanish or Russian or whatever, like I have a basic understanding of these languages and I would know what's going on. But since they won't caption it, I miss out on that information that I would have had if I was hearing. It's really frustrating that basically deaf people aren't treated as competent and we're not given access to as much information as hearing people. It's really frustrating, and captioning agencies need to do better. So that's my rant. Encanto story, beautiful, viewing experience as a deaf person. Awful.
Hopefully it'll
That
be
sucks.
better. Yeah, that sucks. Because like you would think in that kind of movie they would do a better job with that because it is a Spanish movie.
Yeah.
You would
Right,
think the
exactly,
captioning
like-
would be like their top priority for that stuff.
When you're telling a story where language is a fundamental part of that story, when you're telling a story so deeply rooted in like Latina culture and being expressed in Spanish, a priority should be providing accurate captioning.
Yeah.
And you have the script. Like, you have the script. You know what they're saying. Just put it in the captions.
I agree. Right now, Fee just said that there's a crazy ice storm right now where she is. So you know what thing one will help there, Fee. You know what will help? FEMA will help there. They are the official sponsors of the podcast today.
Yeah.
So
FEMA.
if you need help, Fee, just call on FEMA. They'll bring a tent to your house.
Yeah,
and,
they'll jab you with a
they'll make it
needle.
work.
I
Yeah,
don't
they'll
know
make
whether
it
you
work.
need it or not.
They'll make it work. On the next thing, one movie I'm really really excited about that's coming out soon is it's the one that's in Canada. She's like turns into like a big red panda, and I think it's a Pixar movie.
It's called Big Red, I think.
Big Red, I think. Yeah,
yeah, I'll
I'm
look it
really looking forward to that movie. I can't wait till that movie comes out. Just reminded me of Pixar, so that's why.
Coming to Disney Plus. Turning Red is the name of the movie.
Turning Red. That's what it was. Yes. Turning Red. So, Mario, you watched a classic. Well, it was a classic, but now it is a brand new movie.
Yeah, it's a recall.
We just want to keep bringing these things back from the dead.
Yeah,
like we did. Like we told them that evil was gonna die tonight, but evil still lived.
What did we bring back from the dead?
How was Scream 2022?
Oh.
Yes. Scream 2022. I am a massive, massive Scream fan. Ever since I first saw it in the 90s, I've always had a sort of fondness for it, for both the actors themselves. I think the actors in that movie are phenomenal, as well as just the character and the idea and the way that the story is written. And then going back as an adult and rediscovering that it's all making fun of all these tropes from all these previous horror movies that I also loved as well. It's absolutely a genius work of art. And of course spawned many sequels. This is technically the 5th sequel. The last one, Scream 4, is actually my second favorite out of the group because it recontextualized the first one in sort of what would be back then were considered reboots. But now we're in a new era where it's elevated horror. And so this is them making commentary on elevated horror movies like Hereditary, Midsummer, Babadook, like Us, all those films.
Babadook, noted queer icon.
Noted queer icon Babadook, of course. And they basically do a really phenomenal job of assessing what a requel is in the Scream franchise. Even though they literally just had their reboot, the last movie, which is hilarious. So they managed to tell the story again a third time. But they did it in such a smart, ingenious way with the characters and who they are. And this time, Scream 4 was very much like you're still following the same characters that you've been following since the first one. This one was centering the new characters, which was so smart. So you're actually following a new set of people that just so happen then to be reacclimated into from the original movies are coming in as well. And where they are in their lives at this point. It's a beautiful time capsule film that literally goes from the 90s to the 2000s all the way up until now. To me, do
we get some Courtney Cox references?
Courtney Cox is in the movie.
Oh, she's in the movie.
Yeah, okay. Courtney Cox. Like some original cast members are in the movie. And it's awesome for them to come back, but it's also what's terrifying about the movie. And then whenever they do a new one of these, I'm always terrified when my favorite characters might be next. And that's the part of the journey of the film, of course, is it's figuring out who's doing it, why they're doing it, and what happens to your favorite characters when they're on the chopping block. And honestly, this movie does so well. And it's by the people. If you ever seen a movie called Ready or Not, it is phenomenal. It's on HBO Max. It's by the guys who did this one. This is the only Scream movie that was not directed by Wes Craven.
Wedding one?
Yes, it's where the lady is marrying into a family that owns like trading cards, and they have to play a game. The game is ready or not. She has to survive to the end of the night. If not, demons will take their souls. It's great. You got to watch it. It's fantastic. Stars Samantha Weaving. I absolutely have a crush on her. So they did this. This is their take now on Scream, and they honored Wes Craven from front to back with all the references, all the little nuances, all the little changes, and they told a really great story that if Scream continued, I would be all for it. And I'm so happy for where they are in the series. I did a video with spoilers on my YouTube channel over there at YouTube, that Mario Rivera, and yeah, fantastic.
The video is just called Scream. We don't know what Scream it is. It'll be any of the Screams.
Yeah, it's just called Scream.
It's called Scream.
I think I titled it like a love letter soaked in blood or something.
Yeah, I think I saw it. I think I saw it on
that was suggested in an AI thing, and I was like, "Oh, that's smart. I like that."
Okay.
that sounds very
Mario
Stephen
Rivera,
King.
noted author.
Yeah, that sounds very Stephen King-esque. Or King-esque, I guess. Mario is now going back and grabbing something.
I bet it's his book.
It's his book. It's his book. We all know it's his book. How do you not?
How do you not have
any organization?
At all times?
No.
How do you not have this at your desk at your beck and call at any time?
I thought I did. No, I guess I do not. I have my divorce book in the other room. I can show you that one. Never mind. Continue.
All right. Now we're going to jump into some games that we've been playing. Slide, you were playing If Found. What is this game, If Found?
Apparently. For those who don't know, I am on day 2 of a gnarly migraine, and I was trying to remember what game I had played this week, and I was describing it, and I'm like, it's like about space, it's super queer, it's set in Ireland, I think, and Mario literally Googles futuristic Irish queer game and got If Found, which is the game I played this week. It is very good. It's a beautiful story. It's like very queer. It's about space. It's like kind of interactive visual novel-esque kind of gameplay, but the story is beautiful. It's, like about the journey to accepting yourself and found family and all that great queer stuff. I highly recommend everybody play it. Not just queer folks who can relate to it. I think the storytelling style is really interesting, and it's a fun gameplay style. So if you like artsy indie story games, this is right up your alley. So yeah, it was really fun. It came out in like 2020. I got it on a sale a while back. I was looking for something super cozy, and this filled that want in my soul. So yeah.
Nice. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now, and it looks really cool. Shout out to Annapurna for making some of the best games out there.
Shout out to Annapurna for producing literally all the best indie games.
On that note, let's go to. I don't know if this is by Annapurna, Mario, but we're gonna talk about. You're gonna tell me about Inscryption, because I want to be starting this game next week.
Yeah, I'm a little sad that Fee's not here, because Fee is the one that gave it to me as a gift, which we saw, I believe, during a Devolver. I believe their Devolver showcase.
Yes, it's Devolver, yeah.
And I remember like, whoa, that looks terrifying. I don't know if I want to play it because it looks spooky. Whatever. But it's a card game. And the more and more people talked about it, when people went on about it, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I definitely want to try this. Every time it came up on sale, I was ready to pull the trigger, but it didn't. But luckily, Fee came in clutch and actually gifted it to me as a Christmas gift. So I spent a good weekend.
We lost him.
Oh, no.
We lost
there was something with the clutch. Oh, there we
How
go.
about now? Okay.
Oh.
There we go.
Came in clutch, and I don't know what happened there. But basically, I've been spending the weekend playing the game, and I have to say, goddamn, this would have made my top 5 if I went back into my video and did it. It's because this game is crazy. It's weird. It's got very interesting art styles. It has more than just one. That's all I'll say. And the game mechanics from the beginning all the way up to the end are constantly being adaptive and responding to you in a way that I find fascinating, and the way that you think you're comfortable and safe, and then you're not safe. And it does such a great job of those little elements that constantly puts you on edge and keeps you going. And as a card game, it has all the same elements that I love, like, you know, sacrifices, like in, say, like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or, you know, spending mana points to summon creatures. Like, it has all those things from, like, Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! And all those other...
Can I say you've activated my trap card?
100% there's trap cards in this bitch. And abilities and stuff like that. And it has...
Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's...
You activated my trap card. Blue eyes, white dragon.
I fucking love Yu-Gi-Oh, y'all. I'm sorry.
The one thing else, you know, it's funny you say that. I'm not going to say how you do it, but there's a way you can create your own cards and you can name them. And so you can name it like Three Eyes White Dragon or whatever you want to call it. And
Three Eyes White what?
You can name it whatever. Listen, I didn't get a chance to tell this story. I didn't get a chance to tell the story. It's a little hard for me to breathe because during Christmas break, got COVID or possibly COVID. Not confirmed because I wasn't tested, but it's been a bitch to breathe ever since getting somewhat better. So I'm trying my best. So if I'm saying wrong words, it's because I'm stupid and also that. But ultimately,
get over here.
Because I'm
I
dumb,
need FEMA.
but
I need
also
FEMA.
I can't breathe.
That too. Yeah. That too. And I have a cat that just will not go away.
PETA.
Fuck PETA.
Fuck PETA. Bring FEMA.
Bring FEMA.
Yeah. FEMA, where you at?
Give me
FEMA,
that.
DM me right now.
I need the tent.
Paper plate and a toast and cheese. Give me that. That was Fire Festival.
Yeah, the Fire Festival.
Fire Festival used FEMA tents, which was hilarious. Yes, Inscryption, fantastic game. Heavily recommended to anyone that is even basically interested in just what the story is, because I find the story fascinating. That's why I'm interested.
I don't like deck builders, so this is the whole reason why I'm going to play this is because of the story.
Yes, and I thought I will
play this game because I'm not a deck builder, because I still have to play Runeterra at some point. I'm not a deck builder person, but because the story seems very fascinating to me. Yeah, I'm excited to jump into it.
And this is the first game I've played of this guy. His name's Dan Mullins, I believe. He's apparently done several other games that are all connected in a universe. This has those elements, and I was curious, and it made me want to possibly explore his other games and see what is the grander universe happening around here, because there's certain references and stuff like that. But yeah. I can't recommend this enough. If you're a puzzle solver, enjoy, because there's so many puzzles in this game.
Yeah, that is also something I'm really excited about, are puzzles.
Yes.
Huge Witness fan over here. Everybody needs to play Witness.
You'll have a blast with that.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm excited. I'm starting it next week. I need to get through Bloodborne, which will be probably done this weekend, if anything. And then I got to go through Dark Souls 3. And then I got to go through Nier as well. But again, I'll probably jump between, because like Inscryption is like what, like a 2 to 3, like maybe a 6 to 8 hour game?
No. Hold on. Let me see what my clock was. Well, to be fair, I failed a lot, so that's also a possibility. But
I don't know if I want to play this on stream. That's the only thing.
I don't know. I mean, it might be fun, but you will lose a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to, so that's still gonna be up in the air for me if I'm gonna play it on stream.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to lose.
I don't mind losing. I don't know if I'm gonna get enough of the story, like if I'm gonna absorb enough of the story.
I finished the game in 17 hours.
17 hours, okay.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Yeah. I'll ask Fee about it as well, about how it would be like for like stream wise and stuff like that, and if it's like I don't want to miss like the story beats to that game.
No, for sure. But also there's roguelike elements to it where it's sort of like you have to beat a certain amount of bosses to do a certain thing. So that might be something you'd be interested in doing. So I don't know, maybe.
Is it? Should I play this on stream? She's in the chat right now.
I didn't. I could have done that, but I chose not to.
Yeah. It's something that I'm thinking about
because it took over. I lost an entire day to the game. So
yeah. Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm getting texts in Russian, and it was for the wrong group chat.
What the hell? Is Fiona Russian?
Alexis texted me. No, Alexis texted the group chat in Russian, and I was trying to read it. I got part of it. I got like half the message, and I was like, I don't know what the rest of this says. And Alexis was like, I texted the wrong group chat. It's fine.
Okay.
If he wants to jump into voice chat, she could jump in, right?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, it won't affect the video.
Okay.
Come on in.
Hours, bring me in here.
Yeah, come on in. The news, we don't barely have any
Hi.
news. So.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yell about Inscryption. Tell us more.
Hi, everybody. So Inscryption, like you guys know, was one of my top games of 2021. When it comes to streaming it, I might not recommend streaming it because it's an experience that I feel like you need to do like kind of like one-to-one with the game because there's a lot of aspects of it that just like I feel as though you might lose a little bit of the magic if you're streaming it because I know that when you're streaming it, you also need to like be paying attention to chat and stuff. Whereas with this game, there's so many different elements. And I think Mario can also attest to this, that you really need to make sure that you're paying attention. Like, yes, it is a card game. Yes, it's like a deck builder, but there's a lot of different things where you're like, oh, what the fuck. There are definitely a lot of great moments where I think would do really well in stream, but at the same time I personally didn't stream it and I'm kind of happy I didn't because of the way that the gameplay is. It is insane.
I might record yourself playing it, which would be fun.
Yeah, you could record. That would be a great idea. I think recording yourself. There is also a beta that just recently came out. We'll not talk about the name of the beta, but the beta itself is kind of like if you wanted to go back and maybe play it on stream. But yeah,
I could do it like a let's play kind of type thing with.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, you know what?
You cut all the times you lost.
Perfect. This is one of the most perfect games to play as a let's play because I think you'll have some great reactions that I think will do really well when it comes to YouTube videos.
Yes,
I just think Twitch streaming it is just not the best thing. However, you are more than welcome to play it, and I can just watch you play it on Discord because like I've already played it and I'm not gonna say anything. But like, no, it's so awesome that they took like I'm not gonna spoil it for you, and that's why like when I explained it in my game of the year that it was very like almost cryptic because I didn't want to spoil anything. So I think that just a lot of elements of it you'll really enjoy. I think it's definitely right up your alley. And yeah, I think you guys should definitely play it. I know, and even the people who are listening right now, as me as a disembodied like voice, I guess, it is a I'm not going to spoil it. And I know the people listening right now are probably like, why did you come on here to provide a cryptic explanation? You need to play the game to understand. Because if I said anything, it would spoil things, and I don't want to do that. It was just really, really well done.
There's a reason why in your Game of the Year trailer and for that there's a very selective use of footage in there too. That is only representative of the first half of the game. Yeah.
No, I honestly, Mario was talking about wanting to play Inscryption, and I'm like, here, play the game. I at least want someone to talk to. And this was before I got to talk with Mike over at 6-1 Indie.
Yeah.
And Harry. And it was really great talking to them because it is very difficult. Also, there's a specific screenshot that I took that I cannot show a specific someone until they play the game. And so y'all need to play the game. So screenshot.
Yeah, I got some of those too. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing
I'm excited.
The only two things that I will say, and then that'll be the end of it for me, is one, I did not expect to have 17 hours in the game. I actually thought the game was going to be way shorter. And two, what was it? I literally just had it. It's gone. It's totally gone. Never mind. Oh. In Guardians of the Galaxy, I had a level part where something happened, and I went, "Oh my god, that's incredible!" It happened again in here, and I don't want to reveal it. It's near the end. It's so good, but continue.
I think I know exactly.
I texted you directly, like when I saw that, I was like, "Oh no, I can't believe they did it."
Yeah. So it was kind of funny because I was receiving messages way too late at night from Mario, and I woke up to this like. This guy, like, because I asked
played
him
till like 5 in the morning.
I'm like, how long did how much have you gone through? And so he says a specific point. I'm like, okay. And then I'm getting messages like when I wake up, and he's like, it's done. And I'm like, oh my god, okay. This guy did the same thing I did because I didn't plan on finishing it when I sat down. Like one night I was just like, okay, I've gotten to a particular point. I didn't plan on finishing the game. I sat there, finished it. It was way too late in the morning, and it's one of those games where you just sit there. It's almost as if like you read a book, like, and it was like a really great book, and like crazy stuff happens, and you just sit there and you're like, what is life? That's the type of game this is. So I cannot wait to get more people to play this game. And just because it was from 2021 does not mean you don't need to play the game. I know some people are like, I just want to play new games, and I know that there's a lot of new games coming out over the next few weeks. But
February is when the actual shit drops. Like that, we have until February to.
Okay, so
you got 15 days.
February's here.
I'm sorry, Rainbow Six Siege Extraction. I'm so sorry.
We're halfway through the month, my dude.
I know, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
We're already halfway through.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to play as much of these other games as I can until Horizon and Elden Ring and everything else comes out.
I would love to. I would love to play this game if Mario actually went offline on the Steam.
Oh yeah, I'll go find it right now. There you go.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well,
let's see if an extra library shows up.
Fee, one thing I will say, I know you have Ice Storm right now over there.
We do.
Yeah. So we
shaking windows coming.
It's good. Also, fun fact, up until this year, I didn't know that blizzard thunderstorms happen, because that's currently happening as well, because as I popped in here, a huge flash of light happened. And I know it's not a transformer because there wasn't a large noise. So I'm like, okay, cool. This is great. That just adds on to the ambiance of terror that's currently shaking my windows. So really
so I reached out to our sponsor, FEMA. Yeah. And so they'll be bringing their tent over to your house soon. So just in case something happens, FEMA will be there in no time.
I love the fact that every time I've missed the podcast, apparently some unexpected world crashing disaster is happening to me. And technically right now there is a really bad ice storm / blizzard. Yeah. So
don't worry, FEMA will be out there to help you.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate
believe
it.
We've dispatched them. They're gonna bring ham and cheese sandwiches for you.
Okay. Perfect. Yes. I was hoping.
I told them to bring some bubbly. They had no idea what it was, so hopefully that happens. I mean,
yeah.
Honestly,
we'll I just hope
bring
that
flat
they bring
ginger ale.
Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, give a free sub to your favorite streamers. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Make sure everybody does.
Yeah,
that.
give it to the streamers that have know. FEMA sponsorship. Come on.
That's right. Yeah. Sponsored by FEMA.
FEMA's not paying good money over here. We need your Prime money too.
Yeah. FEMA is sponsorship by name. They haven't really paid us anything.
Wow.
Yeah. Screw over Daddy Bezos. Give us your free Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nuts, guys.
Well, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. I appreciate it. I'll be in the chat. I might hop in on another thing because you know what? I have opinions.
You have opinions about what? When should I hail you?
Chaos hours.
Is it the NFTs one?
Fine.
Who knows?
All right. On to the next thing.
Yes.
We got Frank and I have still been playing Final Fantasy 14. Spoiler alert, guys.
Shocker.
We're still playing.
I've now got over 1,400 hours in this game, I think. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly right now. 1370 hours. 1370.
The world of the life of an MMO player, you know?
It truly is the end of days.
Yeah. Yeah, we got through the entire expansion. We're going through the raids this coming Monday. We got a group all set up, ready to go through every week now. For at least for the first week, we're gonna see how it goes with everybody and if they enjoy it. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. And then yeah, I don't know if you have anything to add when it comes to Final Fantasy, Frank.
Not really. I mean, Final Fantasy is still Final Fantasy. It still plays really well. It's still really fun, and we have a lot of stuff to do in this game still. So there's still a lot of content to kind of get through.
I can't wait to hear that all on Fantasy in Progress, which you can find right here at youtube.com/pointinprogress. So,
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm now known on now Fee is also known on her server as like there's a whole thing in this game where you do like hunts around the entire like all the like the new maps and stuff like that, and she's somehow in 2 weeks or like 3 weeks snaked her way into this like inner circle
into the community.
Yeah, of
she's
of
now
hunters.
known as Zeranix the War Beast. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
And then also I've been playing Bloodborne again. So I started Bloodborne yesterday as like my
Again, shocker.
foray. At least it's not Sekiro.
Yeah.
At least it's not Sekiro.
Yeah.
But it's all the Soulsborne games that I've been trying to play all the Soulsborne games before Elden Ring comes out, and I have 2 left. I have Bloodborne and I have Dark Souls 3 left. So I'll be finishing those before February 25th, I think it is.
Well, I'll hold that to you.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. But with that, that's the end of the checkpoint.